This is a Jewish perspective. Why have the Jewish people been hated for over 3,000 years? Different empires, different religions, different governments, different excuses, yet the same target. When we were poor, we were blamed. When we prospered, we were blamed. We were expelled from nation after nation, yet somehow accused of controlling the world. Is that just history? Or is there something much deeper taking place? In this episode, I explore why I believe the survival of the Jewish people is not an accident, why Israel is judged differently than almost any other nation, and what the Tanakh says about it. You may not agree with my conclusions, but I invite you to hear the evidence and decide for yourself. Join me for this Jewish perspective. Why are the Jewish people always persecuted? I truly believe there is something greater at work here. When I look at Jewish history spanning more than 3,000 years, I don't see coincidence. I see a people who have been persecuted in nearly every generation, under different empires, different governments, different cultures, and for completely different reasons. When we were poor, we were hated. When some Jews became successful, we were hated. We were accused of refusing to assimilate. Then, when we did assimilate, we were accused of infiltrating society. We were blamed for capitalism. We were blamed for communism. We were accused of being weak, then accused of being too powerful. The accusations changed, but the target never did. At some point, I believe any honest person has to ask why this pattern has repeated itself for thousands of years. As a Jew, I don't believe the answer is merely political. I believe God warned us that the Jewish people would face opposition throughout history. Yet he also promised that we would endure time after time. Empires rose with the confidence that they would erase the Jewish people from history. Yet those empires disappeared, while the Jewish people remained. That doesn't make us better than anyone else. It reminds me that our survival has never depended solely on military strength, political influence, or numbers. It has depended on something far greater. That is also why I continue to stand with Israel. Israel cannot afford to become the monster many accuse it of being. It is one of the most scrutinized nations on earth. Every military action is analyzed, criticized, and judged before the facts are often fully known. No other country is expected to fight a war under quite the same level of international attention. Israel has repeatedly warned civilians before military operations through evacuation notices and other methods, often sacrificing military advantage in the process. Whether one believes those efforts are sufficient or not, they are part of why I reject the claim that Israel's objective is the deliberate destruction of an entire people. That does not mean Israel is perfect. No country is. Every nation has extremists. Every nation has individuals who commit crimes. When Israelis break the law or abuse their authority, they should be investigated, prosecuted, and punished if found guilty. Supporting Israel does not require pretending that wrongdoing never occurs. What I reject is holding Israel to a standard that few, if any, other nations are expected to meet. I also find it troubling how often accusations against Israel spread around the world as established fact, only for later investigations or additional evidence to complicate the original narrative. By then, the correction rarely receives the same attention as the accusation. That cycle has repeated itself many times. So yes, I will continue to stand with Israel. Not because I believe Israelis are incapable of doing wrong. Not because I believe every government decision is beyond criticism. I stand with Israel because I believe the Jewish people have the right to live safely in their ancestral homeland, the right to defend themselves, and the right to be judged by the same standards applied to every other nation. After thousands of years of persecution, exile, and survival against every expectation, I do not see the existence of the Jewish people as an accident of history. I see it as part of a much greater story that is still being written.